I'm back with another video, folks, and yeah, so uh before this video starts, I just want to tell you that I made my decision. So after reading the comments from my 500th video that I did a review on of the Ruby Mattel Diecast Metal Push Along Thomas right here. After I did a review on it, after I did a review on it, for my 500th video, uh, after reading the comments, uh, one person said to just leave it how it is. So that's where I made the decision to leave this sealed in the box, meaning like just leave it how it is and not unbox it, like keep it as a collector's item. So yeah, so that's my decision, folks. Because yeah, and folks, these are the only two items of die cast metal push along. I don't know if they were separate names, but I just call them into one word: die cast metal push along. So yeah, so this one and this one, yeah, so like this one and this one, these are the only two metal push along die cast trains of Thomas and Friends that I own currently. These are the only two items for die cast trains of Thomas and Friends, the metal push along ones that I currently own. And I plan to collect two more for the die cast range, which is the normal regular Thomas and um, the Railway Series Thomas, both for the metal push along diecast range of the 80th anniversary trains. After I collect those two, then once I collect those two, then I'll officially own four diecast trains for Thomas and Friends. And then after that, I'm not planning to collect any more diecast metal push along trains after that, as I was never a fan of them. But I'm only doing it because it's the 80th anniversary this year, and I figure, you know what? I might as well just like get the ones. I might as well just collect the diecast metal push along Thomas trains for the 80th anniversary. I might as well do that, and that's what I did. So yeah, once I get the Railway Series Thomas and the regular normal Thomas that are both for the 80th anniversary diecast metal push along range, yeah, once I get those two, then I'll basically put them with these two right here for my diecast metal push along collection, as it will be this, that, and then those two that I'm still looking to get. That's also on my toy hunt list and my Christmas list. That once I have this, that, and those other two, which is four of them right there. Once I have those four, then I'm pretty much done collecting a diecast metal push along. After I get those, because this is more like a collector. These ones are more collector's items to me and all that, but yeah, but I'm done collecting. Yeah, I'm done collecting diecast trains. Like after I find those two, and especially this year, because I only collected them because it's the 80th anniversary, and I figure, you know what? And I checked to see if I had any diecast or metal push along trains from the past from like 2019, and no, I do not have any. But I do have some take and play trains from years ago, but but they're two different things. But yeah, but no, it's nice that I decided, you know what, I might as well add on to some diecast trains and get the 80th anniversary ones, and that's what I did. And the two that I have is the Soto Adventure Pack that comes with all of those right there, and then the Ruby Mattel Thomas, and then two more that I'm looking for that I already said. That's the Railway Series Thomas and the normal regular Thomas. After I find those two for the diecast metal push along, then I'm done collecting diecast, probably for the rest of my life. And even if there's a limited edition for a diecast train or whatever, like for the same reasons that I said yesterday about limited time or limited editions of Trackmaster and Wooden Railway trains that I said yesterday, I just don't know, folks. Because these are not that much of a big deal to me though, but I only collected these and planning to collect the other two that I said for this range for the 80th anniversary is because it is the 80th anniversary, and this year's a little bit different because it is the 80th anniversary, because it's a big year for Thomas this year. And yeah, so now that I said that, I also see that they're making, that Mattel is also making a die-cast metal push-along Diesel, Rosie, Salty, and I believe Harold the Helicopter as well. And they're all the CGI versions. But the problem with those ones is that it looks to me that they're reusing them from the 2019 range. It looks like they're reusing them from 2019, I believe. Which, that to me, go figure, there's Mattel being lazy again. Yeah, no, because yeah, once I have Railway Series Thomas and the regular Thomas, both for the 80th anniversary diecast metal push along line, once I have those two to put them with these two right here for the 80th anniversary, then yeah, I'm done collecting the diecast trains and all that metal push along. Even if there's ones that are for a limited edition or currently on sale or what it is, that I'll literally, folks, or even coming out in the future or discontinued, then I'll forget about it, folks. But unless I change my mind about it though, then yeah, but mostly I'm sticking to my current plan when it comes to that. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, no, because once I have the Railway Series Thomas and regular Thomas for the metal push along collection for the 80th anniversary, once I have those, then I feel that should be enough, in my opinion, to complete my diecast collection for the metal push along range, to be honest, because these are more like collector's items to me, including the other two that I'm looking for. Hey, you know what, for all you know, folks, I'll probably unbox the normal regular Thomas when I get it for the metal push along, and for the Railway Series metal push along Thomas, I'll probably keep that one in the box because that's such a hard find. It's such a hard one to find, and it's new. But then again, I don't know, folks. Yeah, because yeah, so there's not that much to say, folks. So I'm just gonna keep this in the box, and then yeah. Oh, also too, that yeah. So I have a motorized box. So I have two motorized boxes without the 80th anniversary logo, and then I have three with the 80th anniversary logos. And And I'm kind of feeling like I am feeling like that next time I go to Walmart or something, I'm going to get one more Motorized box without the 80th anniversary logo, just so I can make it even. That I'll have a 3 with the 80th anniversary logo, and then 3 without the 80th anniversary logo, just to make it even, you know. But for now, I have 2 without the logo and 3 with the logo. And yeah, so one more time I'll say this, so since I have 2 Thomas trains for the Diecast metal push along for the 80th anniversary collection, that the 2 that I'm looking for, the other 2 that I'm looking for that's on my Christmas and toy hunt list is Railway Series Thomas and regular normal Thomas, that are both for the Diecast metal push along range for the 80th anniversary that came out this year. So yeah, once I find those 2, they'll go with my Diecast metal push along collection along with these ones. So then that means I'll have 4 trains total for my Diecast collection. But however, basically, folks, but since there's so many trains that come and characters that come with the Soda Adventure Pack, but when it comes to like the Diecast trains, I could say more than 4 trains, like 6 trains right here, then 7, then 8 and 9 when I get the other 2. Yeah, about like 9 or whatever trains, something like that, around 9 trains for Diecast, and then as for items itself, it'll be like 4 items, you know, because it'll be that, and then the other 2. So yeah, all right. Yeah, so that is that, folks. And I will not repeat myself about that. Again, but yeah, like once I yeah, even if I find a Diecast train for Thomas that's a limited time, or if it's currently available or coming out in the future or discontinued, then those ones I'm saying forget about it currently and everything, as I'm pretty much way too old for the Diecast trains nowadays, as I look at them as collector's items. But unless I change my mind though, then don't mind me at all. Just as long as I don't repeat myself about it. So yeah, all right. I will not mention that again. Yeah, now let's go over here. And also too, folks, I do have Classic Percy out on the layout and everything, as you can see. So yeah, I got Classic Percy out there. So yeah, and also too, folks, you know what? I'm gonna actually do this. So I'm gonna show my favorite ones first. So yeah, this is one of my favorites for the Motorized Trackmaster 80th anniversary line. All right. So yeah, that one's my favorite. Now this is for the 80th anniversary. This is for the 80th anniversary Motorized Trackmaster range for Thomas and Friends. So yeah, I'm going to show off my favorite ones first. So yeah, that one's my favorite. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. Whoops. Those are my favorites. And then this one's my favorite. And then this one's my favorite. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. All right, so my favorite ones are right there. So these are my favorite ones for the Motorized Trackmaster 80th anniversary line of Thomas and Friends. These ones in here are my favorites. And these were the only ones that I was planning to collect this year. Only planning to get these ones. And then this one, I'm leaving right here as this is a variant special, as this is for a limited time and you can only find this at a day out with Thomas. And this is in a separate category, and I'm considering that this one is my favorite one for the variant category. So yeah, and then as for these ones right here, and Classic Percy right here, these ones are not my favorites. All right, actually, let me put the Classic Percy box in here too, so that you guys know. I'm just gonna leave Classic Percy right there. I'm just gonna put his box right here. So yeah, and then it's these ones that are not my favorites. All right. So yeah, these ones are not my favorites. These ones are my favorites. This is a variant special. This is in a separate category. Rather, it could be my favorite or not my favorite, but I'm saying it's my favorite because I love the way it looks. So yeah, for the variant category, for the ones that are for a limited time where you can only find it at a certain place, with one of them being Dale with Thomas. So yeah, there's only one item for this category, and this one is my favorite. All the ones in there are my favorites. All the ones in there are not my favorites. So yeah. And folks, I'm only 2 trains away. I'm only 2 Motorized Trackmaster 80th anniversary trains away from completing every single one. And that is Case A 2-pack Duck and Case A 2-pack Nia. So yeah, folks, yeah, so hopefully I can find those ones, but I'll tell you, folks, the only ones I was planning to get for this new Motorized 80th anniversary Trackmaster range, the only ones I was planning to get was every single one that's in this box right here, which is Classic Gordon, Classic Thomas, Talking Classic Thomas, and then Case A 2-pack Percy, and then Case A 2-pack Thomas that's hidden somewhere right there. These were the only 5 I was planning to get, including Duck as well, which Duck I do not have yet. So yeah, it was only those 6 I was planning to get. And yeah, I was only planning to get those 6, folks. But out of those 6, out of those 6, I still don't have Duck yet though. But yeah, I'll be getting him soon eventually. Hopefully he'll be in the United States soon. So yeah, everything in that box you see is what I was only planning to get, as those were the only 5, and including Duck, which makes 6 of only those ones that I was interested in getting. And then for this one, I was planning to get this one as well, which I did. That I was only planning to have like 7 of them, but however, due to like these ones and this one right here not being my favorite ones for this line, that they like Classic James I only got because it was a good deal. Same with Flying Scotsman. And then Classic Nia and Classic Percy I ended up getting because that's when I just decided to change my mind. I'm like, all right, you know what? From now on, I'm just going to start collecting trains that are not my favorite as well. Whether I like them or I don't like them. That I'm just going to do a review on them and unboxing review and just give my honest opinion about it and keep them for the rest of my life. So yeah. So yeah, folks, that is that. Yeah, classic Percy, classic Nia. They weren't my favorites. I was never planning to, but I ended up getting them though, just so I could like review it though and everything and say that I have it, even though they're not my favorites. But yeah. Um. So yeah, folks. Yeah. So it's only Case A 2-pack duck that is my favorite out of six of them that are my favorites. That's gonna go in this category with my favorite ones. I have five in here that are my favorites, and once I have duck will go in here. Then I'll have all six of my favorites that I was only gonna get for this range, and then yeah, this one's my favorite too, and yeah, this will stay in the separate category, and yeah, so that'll mean I'll have like seven of my favorites finally. But as for like these ones though, that are not my favorites, that yeah, I'm still gonna keep them though and everything. But however, yeah, when I do get Case A 2-pack Nia, that you guys already know that she's not that one's not gonna be one of my favorites though. But I'm still getting it though, just so I can say that I last minute all of a sudden now have every single motorized Trackmaster 80th anniversary train that there is to offer for this range right here. And as for that multi expansion pack from Amazon that comes with a Case A 2-pack motorized Gordon with the red running board and Thomas Percy with the red running board, and those three being motorized Trackmaster, and then two diecast trains of Henry and James for metal push along. That's the same exact thing as this James and Henry right here. That that's one of them I can forget about, so I'm not gonna collect that. The one that's from Amazon, and I think you can only get it on Amazon. I believe I think you can only get it on Amazon, but either way, forget about that one. That's one of them I'm not getting into. I'm never gonna collect that. And then same with Case A 2-pack Gordon with the red running board and Case A 2-pack James with the red running board. That Gordon and James I found at Kohl's with the red running board. So yeah, forget about getting those three and everything, as it's not worth my time getting. And yeah, I've explained it too how I feel the white running board is better on James and Gordon when it comes to the tender engines. And then the red and white running board that's good on both the non-tender engines. So yeah, folks, yeah, it's just crazy to me to think that, yeah, because literally, folks, I was only gonna get these these ones. I was only gonna get these ones right here. Every single one that's in this box right here, I was only gonna get these ones, and only get that one, and only get motorized 2-pack Case A duck. That was my original plan, but I ended up getting all the other classic ones as well that are not my favorites, and now I'm on the hunt to get in a Case A 2-pack Nia, which me and you guys already know that Case A 2-pack Nia is not one of my favorites. And now we all know that ahead of time before I get Case A 2-pack Nia and start reviewing that one, you know? So yeah, because nowadays, folks, you know, it's like a new chapter on my YouTube channel. It's like basically the way I look at it is that whatever I collect is what I collect that makes me happy or whatever. Whether it's a train that I like or don't like, if it's my favorite or not my favorite, or if I may or may not collect it, depending how I feel or what the situation is. That yeah, either way, folks. That yeah, it's a new era where I'm just like anything trains that I get, as long as it's related to trains, I just unbox it, if it's a regular item or whatever, I feel makes me happy or comfortable with and everything, that I just unbox it, review it, give my honest opinion about it, and say if it's my favorite or not my favorite or what I like about it. And yeah, things like that. But but other than that, folks, yeah, after I yeah, and same thing that after I get Case A 2 pack Nia and Case A 2 pack Duck, I'm all done collecting this range as well. And even if they make newer characters like Henry or Edward or Toby in the future, then I don't know, folks. Like I said, like anything trends nowadays I collect, like don't mind me at all. It even says it on my description and all that, and that way I don't have to keep repeating myself in a lot of my videos and everything, you know. So yeah, because now like because basically what I more focus on is every as long as everybody knows the two most important trains I love to collect, which is the four model train scale collections of Thomas and Friends, which you guys know what they are, and regular model trains for the scales that you already know about. As long as everybody knows those two, then that's all that matters because that's what's currently up. And same thing that I do not like to collect anything that's 100% all engines go, but even if I do collect anything that's 100% all engines go, then don't mind me at all. But for now, I'm not collecting anything that's 100% all engines go. So yeah, as long as everybody knows those three of what's currently up, and that's all that matters and what I care about. So yeah, because that's what I do the most, are the two most important trains that I love to collect. So yeah, and then other types of trains that I love to collect, whether they're my favorites or not my favorites, if I like it or don't like it, I just like do a review on it, unboxing review. But now, if I feel the item is a collector's item, then I'll still review it though without unboxing it though, because those ones I would not unbox, as I feel if it's a collector's item, like with one of them being that. So yeah, folks. So yeah, and yeah, I made a promise once before to never repeat myself like I did in the past, and yeah, that's what I still plan to do going forward, is not repeat myself. And yeah, so yeah, folks. But now if but now unless if it's like a Trackmaster motorized train or a wooden railway or wood train, that's for a limited edition, a limited time offer only, that you can only find it at a certain event or places, with one of them being a day out with Thomas event, that, or if it's like a special edition or something or whatever the situation is, that if it's a limited time offer, then it has to depend how really special it is. That if I feel it's important and special, whether it's a wooden rally or Trackmaster train or whatever, if I feel that it's important to get, then I would get it though, as long as it's a limited time. But as for regular ones, um, that are not limited time, Trackmaster or wooden railway, then those maybe a times though, but no, I'm only planning to get 7 more regular ones for Thomas toy trains, and then calling it quits afterwards. So yeah, I'm just doing what's best for my train collection and everything, and yeah. So yeah, folks. Oh, there's not that much else to like say about that really. And yeah. And yeah, once I get Case A 2 pack Duck and Case A 2 pack Nia, once I get those, and complete this collection right here, as this was not the original plan, but now that I'm in a new era, I'm like, you know what? You know what? Let, let's do something different on my channel. Let me just start collecting trains that are not my favorites, along with collecting trains that are my favorites, whether I like them or don't like them, and just do reviews on them and get like more followers and everything and more likes. And that way, you know. So yeah, but always remember, folks, just as long as everybody knows the two most important trains that I love to collect for model trains that you guys already know. And yeah. But yeah, all right, other than that, there's not that much else to say, and I made promises before that I would never repeat myself, and yeah, that's what I'm going to keep continuing to do, is never repeat myself. So yeah. All right, folks, that's it for today's video. Leave a like and subscribe. Peace out.